What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2025 Prizm Club World Cup Hobby Box from Panini. These dropped on the Panini website for $375 after an insanely long delay, but they're finally here, and as always, we're here to show you guys what this product's all about. So let's get right into it, guys. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more, consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel, and really helps us grow, and helps us put more content out there like this for you guys. And when you click on eBay search links on this page, it can result in us earning a commission, which also supports us in the long run as part of the eBay Partner Network. So let's get the packs out. This is going to be a 12 by 12 format, 144 cards total, and we should be getting 5 numbered parallels as well as 8 additional unnumbered parallels, and of course 1 auto per box. And this is what those, or some of those, look like up on the screen for you guys. But let me show you guys all the sides of the box. So here's the front. Here's the, well, that's top, this is the front, this is the side, and here is the other side, probably just some case info. That's what it looks like. Bottom, and here is the back. You might want to pause this to see what to expect from this exactly. There's a lot of information, but we will be putting up a reference table on the screen for you guys right about now with a comparison to the first offline boxes as well. But in terms of print run, there should be a little over 3,000 cases of Hobby, with each case having 12 boxes inside. But in terms of case hits, we have kabooms in these as well. But this time it's going to be on chrome stock, which was very surprising, and without the traditional kaboom background that we're so used to seeing. And here's what we thought they'd look like before release, and this is what they actually look like. This is the base and the gold. The gold's going to be out of 10, and there's green 1 of 1s. In case you haven't seen one yet, we haven't seen a green 1 of 1, so until then, we're going to have to wait. But in addition to kabooms, we do have pitch crowns and Continental Pride as some of our other case hits as well, with the Club World Cup logo right behind them. And I'm not sure what's going on with Prizmania this time around, but if the checklist is fully accurate, or maybe it's not fully accurate, depending on if they got like full parallels, like a full set of parallels or not, those could be anywhere from, believe it or not, semi-case hits to multi-case hits. So that's just like one of the many confusing things about this product, and we kind of have a feeling there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. They had to, you know, switch things up due to licensing or the delay, or who knows. We're gonna have to ask Panini directly, and if we're ever gonna get an answer, I'll let you guys know if we ever do. But anyway, last but not least, our multi-case hits should be the Club World Cup trophy, then the vertical color blast, which are usually 1 in 10 cases, and the color blast duels as well, which is going to be the first for soccer. We've seen it in other sports. But all right, guys, let's finally get started. Let's see how we can do in this one compared to the first offline box that was, not gonna lie, kind of brutal. But here's pack number 1, Elias Montiel. This is we're going to talk about this guy in a little bit. Maybe nothing too crazy, but this guy as well, Subiabre, like what I'm seeing so far in terms of base. But here is the elephant in the room that we should probably address. So this is Vitinha, he plays for PSG, but there's no PSG logo, and there's like nothing on the jersey because this is going to be unlicensed for whatever reason. I thought Panini had like the French league rights, but I guess not, and that's kind of what they look like. And then here's our first numbered card, Al Belushi, and this is going to be out of 199. And as you guys can see, unlicensed has the Club World Cup logo on the back, and then licensed has the team logo and information. So we're gonna hopefully not see that many of them, but I think we are actually inevitably gonna see, wow, we got our like top 3 chase rookies in the first pack in terms of base. So I guess maybe that's our sign to kind of talk about them. So Rodrigo Mora by far is gonna be our chase rookie, obviously. And then after that, we do have Subiabre, and then Elias Montiel is like the in-between tier at this point, between tier 1 and tier 2. But there's another unlicensed, unfortunately. Let me actually put those in a pile on their own. There's a Stevo, and wow, look at that, Harry Kane. This is actually going to be a case hit. And second unlicensed team, unfortunately. This is one of his very few cards. He's the only player from Bayern Munich, so there's no Bayern Munich logo whatsoever. I have no idea how they ended up getting the Dortmund license, but not the Bayern Munich license. Doesn't make sense because, you know, Topps has Bundesliga and MLS, which, you know, was the reason why LAFC wasn't included, and Seattle Sounders is not licensed as well. So those are going to be the unlicensed teams in this set. You have Inter Miami, which is the biggest one, you know, because people are chasing Messi, and then you have PSG, Bayern Munich, Seattle Sounders, and then LA is just like not even included. So here is in Fuego. Is this just going to be a regular Mojo? What is this? Okay, it's out of 25. So this is the multicolor that we kind of saw in the first offline group break. So this just looks like a plain Mojo. I mean, the other ones looked gold, but this one doesn't even look like multicolor. It just looks like a regular Mojo. Maybe there's something on the box that just says inserts or Mojos. I'll have to double check. You guys will see it up on the screen once we figure it out. But anyway, Mojo out of 25 in Fuego insert. Let's put that number card over there. Surprising and slower start to the box. I mean, we got a little Hurricane case hit over there, so unfortunately it's unlicensed. Kind of takes away from the eye candy, but let's see what else we got in this box, ladies and gentlemen. We have a Pandora Nicolas Jackson. So the Pandoras actually look really nice. They are pretty common, unfortunately. I truly think they should have made them maybe less common, but we'll take it. There's a very common team badge. Whoever hits a gold one of this one's going to be, it's just a really nice shot of this guy. It's going to be a really nice card. So tier 2 rookies. So we usually do cover the entire rookie class when we're heading into this product. I want to say we can start off with Tyreek George, Prestiani, and then Bayer. And then we do have some of the other guys who just barely made it. William Gomez and Giuliano Simeone. And at this point, there should be like a mix of like in-between tiers. I introduced that because some players I wouldn't necessarily consider tier 1 or tier 2. So there's like an in-between, and then there's the players that fall between 2 and 3. So who knows, maybe we'll have a 5-tier system in the future, but I think that's way too much. So let's see what else we got in this one. Hopefully we get a very, very low numbered card. The lowest numbered so far has been that Mojo Pedro Neto out of 25, but here's a Rodrigo Mora, the chase rookie from this set. And yeah, just the second rookie behind him, who was Subiabre. I mean, he's got, at this point, he's got a lot of work to do to try to catch up to Mora. And the gap between the top 3 rookies just like gets bigger and bigger. But here's Richard Rios, and it looks like our auto's coming up. It might be a base auto, so hopefully it's a player that we all love and admire. Hopefully it's a legend. I think, oh, actually, I don't know. Who is that? Pedro? No, wait. That is Rodrigo Riquelme. I thought it was going to be Pedro Neto for a second, but I don't think he has autos in the set. I'm not 100% sure. So there's our base auto. We got one out of the way for you guys, so you guys can have your numbered autos or maybe slightly better players autographs in the future. And then we have our, what is it, 3rd numbered card, Blue Ice, Manuel Locatelli. This is going to be out of 175. So let's put this one in a top loader. I mean, I didn't put the other ones in top loaders, but these should fit in regular 35-point top loaders. The autos, the base, the numbered cards as well. But all right, what else do we have in this box? So far, I think First Offline is winning just purely from rarity, but maybe the case hits. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. There is Omar Marmouche. This one is going to be out of 125, purple. So we should be getting at least one more numbered card. I'm gonna say the Mojo from earlier was a bonus. We still have 5 packs. I do like a 12x12 format. I really enjoy the hobby box format like this. I mean, 18 packs maybe a little too much. 6 packs or 7 packs, not too enjoyable, but 10 or 12 packs usually hits a spot. And then there's Rafael Vega with the Pandora, and then Porto team logo. But yeah, if I totally forgot to talk about the tier 3 rookies and like honorable mentions, I will put them up on the screen for you guys at this point, because there's just like too many names to list, and at this point it's like super prospecty territory, so I wouldn't go like too crazy. But you never know. I mean, Cole Palmer in his like rookie year, he wasn't on even anyone's radar. He wasn't in like any tier 2s, or maybe he was barely like tier 3, but look where he is now. He's definitely one of the more expensive cards in the hobby, for sure, especially his rookie cards. There's our, I think, 2nd hyper. Forgot where we set down the first one. What is this? Did we forget to look at these cards? I think we did. We set these down a while ago and we forgot to look at them. All right. And we have Aguero here. So this is one of the many legendary talents inserts. They're usually, I think they're all going to be like legends, like throwbacks. So the one of ones in those are going to look absolutely amazing, which if you guys haven't figured out yet at this point, those are going to be the main chases. Gold vinyl one of ones, and they are going to look absolutely beautiful. And I don't think we're going to be hitting one of those in today's box because we got Ezekiel Zeballos. It's going to be our last numbered card. Nice little blue on blue there, Boca Juniors. And we will do a recap here at the end. There's Taremi insert. And last pack. Can there be anything crazy in this one? From what we've seen, most likely just a base or silver pack. There he is. The unlicensed Lionel Messi pink pajamas is what everyone's calling him now. So it is what it is. And we do have not a case hit, but we have a silver. And then we have another silver here, just an insert. And Giacomo De Pieri. All right, so that is going to be it for the box. Let's do a recap here and see what we got. So in terms of numbered cards, we did end up getting 5, so the insert is going to be included. We got 2 cracked ice, blue ice out of 175. We have a purple out of 125, and then we have a red out of 199. So mostly high numbered cards in our box, and then our lowest number is going to be a Mojo Pedro Neto out of 25. Not too shabby. And of course, this one, I would have absolutely loved this because I love Harry Kane's like one of my favorite players. This would have been such an amazing card if it was licensed. I mean, the red on red just looks absolutely amazing. That's what they were going for with Pitch Crown. So at least we got a case hit, but unfortunately it's unlicensed. So it just goes to show you guys like the caveats in this set. But we got a silver Mora rookie, silver Prestiani, not too shabby. And our auto was Rodrigo Riquelme, for what it's worth. So let's put up the rating on the screen, guys, and yeah, let me just show you guys the hypers. So we got 2 Pandoras, got a lot of silvers, of course, not gonna worry about those. 2 hypers, 2 Pandoras, kind of what is to be expected. But anyway, here's the rating up on the screen. Actually, I might push it out of the way for a second because I do want to mention that we are going to be running some case breaks of this product. So if you are interested in joining, definitely check out our website, breakfastcards.com. We're really hoping to pull some kabooms, numbered kabooms, color blast, gold vinyls. We're chasing everything, so hopefully we'll hit or pull one for one of you guys. So if you decide to join, let's pull you guys some bangers. So anyway, here's the rating back up on the screen. But yeah, as always, starting with the design, I like it, mainly for how good the parallels look. Maybe not so much the base. So it's not the best design out there, but it is unique, and it definitely goes hard with the gold vinyls. The chase for those is probably going to be, you know, the main thing like we mentioned earlier, and they're going to look absolutely gorgeous. The base, the inserts, the autos, you name it. And those should land 1 in every 6 cases or so, potentially fewer cases if Panini decided to, you know, throw in some extra numbered cards in every other box or so. But in terms of base set size, unfortunately, it's not ideal. But for a tournament with that many teams, I kind of get why they did it. Price-wise, though, we were expecting these boxes to be a bit cheaper because of the 4 unlicensed teams. So we had to take some points off for that. But compared to the first offline boxes, these are definitely going to make more sense in terms of cards per dollar. So sure, you're missing out on an extra numbered card, either out of 8 or out of 3, as well as an SSP auto. But the price difference between first offline and hobby is pretty massive, pretty much double the price of the hobby boxes. But again, the rookie ceiling is pretty narrow at this point since the gap between Mora and the rest is relatively big. But like we mentioned earlier, anything can happen with rookies. That's why people love that concept. However, it is a shame that we do have some unlicensed teams in this set. I mean, I can't stress enough like how much of a downer the Inter Miami spot, especially with Messi, is like very disappointing to a lot of people, including myself, since it, you know, was supposed to be one of the biggest spots in the product or chases. But it all goes back to, you know, the licensing war between the card companies, Topps and Panini. So until that is figured out, I guess we're gonna have to deal with unlicensed teams on Topps side and Panini side for whatever products they release. But yeah, way too many delays with this product, and it should have been released right before the actual tournament, or at most while it was happening. So combine that with like the unlicensed issue, and we're going to have to take off some more points for that as well. At least the good auto ratio is sitting at industry standard, if not slightly above, with a lot of the traditional big names like R9, Beckham, Zlatan, Zidane, Haaland, Mbappe, especially Mbappe gold vinyl autos, which I believe are going to be his first Madrid gold vinyls. And in addition to that, plenty of big team chases from these, especially with the case hits. So we're going to see a lot of crazy prices on the color blast. and the 1-of-1s especially, and I have no idea what the 1-of-1 green kabooms are going to go for. We're just going to have to let the market dictate those prices. And if you do end up seeing any gold kabooms out of 10 or the green 1-of-1s that we talked about, feel free to share some pictures on our Instagram or Discord, and I'm really hoping that we're actually going to pull one of those in one of our group breaks as well. But just going to leave it at that, guys. That is basically it for this review. Hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content, group breaks, and giveaways. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.